Did you know that the most successful people in the world, from CEOs to Olympic athletes, all share one common trait? It's not talent, it's not luck. It's their ability to embrace discomfort and see challenges as opportunities. But here's the kicker: they weren't born this way, they learned it. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how you can do the same. Are you ready to unlock your full potential? Let us first understand the fundamentals of growth. Growth requires embracing discomfort while maintaining a positive outlook on challenges and failures. Your ability to adapt and learn directly impacts your capacity for sustainable progress. Growth happens in cycles rather than linear progression. You'll experience periods of rapid advancement, followed by plateaus where progress seems to halt. Stress and recovery form the basic pattern of all growth. You must push beyond your comfort zone to create an adaptation stimulus, and then allow time for integration and rebuilding. Do you know why growth feels like a burden? Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like your goals are actively fighting against you? Like every step forward is a battle, and growth feels more like a burden than an opportunity. If you're nodding your head right now, you're not alone. We've all been there, staring down the mountain of self-improvement, wondering why it has to be so damn hard. Think about it. We know exercise is good for us, but how many times have we hit snooze instead of hitting the gym? We understand the value of learning, but when was the last time you willingly cracked open a challenging book instead of scrolling through social media? And don't even get me started on routines. We crave stability, yet we resist the very habits that could bring order to our chaos. It's a paradox, isn't it? We want to grow, to be better, to achieve our dreams. But when it comes down to it, we often find ourselves stuck, resisting the very things that could propel us forward. It's like we're at war with ourselves, one part yearning for progress, while another part clings desperately to comfort and familiarity. Picture this. It's 5 a.m., your alarm blares, and you've promised yourself you'd start that morning workout routine. But your bed is warm, it's dark outside, and suddenly every fiber of your being is screaming, just 5 more minutes. That's the struggle we're talking about. It's the same feeling when you sit down to learn a new skill and your mind wanders to literally anything else. Or when you try to establish a productive routine, only to find yourself falling back into old, comfortable patterns. So why do we do this to ourselves? Why does growth feel like such a burden when we know it's good for us? The answer lies deep in our psychology and the way society has conditioned us. We're hardwired to seek comfort and avoid pain. It's a survival instinct that served us well when we were dodging predators on the savannah. But in today's world, that same instinct can hold us back. Society doesn't help either. We're bombarded with messages of instant gratification, quick fixes, and overnight success stories. It's no wonder we balk at the idea of long-term, consistent effort. We've been trained to expect results now, and when growth doesn't happen overnight, we feel like we're doing something wrong. But here's the thing. This struggle, this resistance you feel, it's not a sign that you're weak or that you're failing. It's a natural part of the process. It's your mind and body adjusting to change, pushing back against the unfamiliar, and understanding this is the first step to flipping the script on how you view growth. Because what if I told you that this resistance, this struggle you're feeling, isn't your enemy? What if it's actually a sign that you're on the right track? What if instead of seeing growth as a burden, we could learn to embrace it, even love it? Reframing your journey from have to get to. What if I told you that the key to loving growth isn't about pushing harder, but about changing the way you think? It's true. Neuroscientists have discovered that a simple shift in perspective can actually rewire your brain to crave challenge. Are you ready to unlock the secret that's been hiding in plain sight all along? Think about it. How many times have you said, "I have to work out," instead of, "I get to work out"? That tiny change in words can unleash a tidal wave of motivation. It's not just about semantics, it's about reframing your entire approach to personal development. And let me tell you, it's a game changer. Remember how we talked about that struggle, that resistance you feel when trying to grow? Well, it turns out that resistance isn't your enemy. It's actually a sign that you're on the right track. It's your brain's way of saying, "Hey, we're about to do something important here." So instead of fighting it, what if you learn to embrace it? Here's the thing. Growth isn't about punishment. It's not about forcing yourself to do things you hate. It's about opportunity. It's about recognizing that every challenge, every difficult task, every early morning workout is a chance to become a better version of yourself. And when you start to see it that way, something magical happens. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine waking up at 5 a.m. for that workout you've been dreading. But instead of groaning and hitting snooze, you jump out of bed, excited for the opportunity to strengthen your body and mind. You're not dragging yourself to the gym. You're seizing a chance that millions of people don't have. You're not forcing yourself to exercise. You're investing in your health and vitality. Now, apply that same mindset to learning a new skill. Instead of thinking, "I have to study this boring material," try, "I get to expand my knowledge and open up new opportunities." See the difference? It's not about the action itself. It's about the meaning you attach to it. This shift in perspective isn't just feel-good nonsense. It's backed by science. When you reframe a task from a burden to an opportunity, your brain releases different chemicals. Instead of stress hormones, you get a hit of dopamine, the reward chemical. Suddenly, the very thing you've been resisting becomes something you look forward to. But here's what's really going to blow your mind. If this simple shift is so powerful, what other mental tricks have we been missing out on? How many opportunities for growth and happiness have we been overlooking simply because of the way we're framing them in our minds? Think about your daily routines, the tasks you dread, the habits you struggle to form. What if, instead of seeing them as burdens, you saw them as building blocks of the life you want? What if every rep at the gym, every page of that book, every minute of that meditation was actually a step towards becoming the person you've always wanted to be? This is the secret that highly successful people have known all along. They don't have more willpower than you. They don't enjoy discomfort more than you do. They've simply mastered the art of reframing their challenges into opportunities. And now, you have that power too. Embracing discomfort for transformation. All right, let's take this to the next level. You've learned about reframing challenges into opportunities, but that's just the beginning. Are you ready to unlock the hidden potential of your mind? Because what I'm about to share will change everything. Think about the last time you faced a real challenge. Maybe it was a tough workout, a difficult project at work, or even just trying to wake up early. Remember that feeling of resistance, that voice in your head saying, "I can't do this." That moment, right there, is what separates the dreamers from the achievers. It's what I like to call the supreme ordeal. Now you might be wondering, what's so special about feeling uncomfortable? Well, let me tell you something. That discomfort is where the magic happens. It's in that space between "I can't" and "I did" that true growth occurs. And here's the kicker. Pushing through that discomfort actually rewires your brain. You see, every time you face a challenge head on, you're not just building muscle or learning a skill. You're literally reshaping your neural pathways. It's like you're carving new roads in your mind, creating shortcuts to success that weren't there before. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. Think about someone like Oprah Winfrey. Do you think she became one of the most influential people in the world by staying in her comfort zone? No way. She faced discrimination, poverty, and countless setbacks. But each time she pushed through, she got stronger. Each challenge was a chance to grow, to become more resilient. Or consider Michael Jordan. He didn't make his high school basketball team on the first try. Can you imagine if he had given up then? Instead, he used that rejection as fuel. He practiced harder than ever before, pushing through the discomfort of early mornings and late nights. And we all know how that story ended. But here's what's really going to blow your mind. Embracing discomfort could be the key to unlocking happiness. I know, it sounds crazy, right? Most people think avoiding pain leads to happiness. But the truth is, it's the opposite. Real fulfillment comes from learning to dance with discomfort, not run from it. When you push through those tough moments, something incredible happens in your body and mind. Your brain releases chemicals like dopamine and endorphins. These aren't just feel-good chemicals. They're the building blocks of confidence and resilience. Each time you overcome a challenge, you're essentially telling your brain, "Hey, I can handle this. Bring on the next one." So how do you actually do this? How do you train yourself to embrace the discomfort? Well, it starts with recognizing those moments when you want to give up. That's your cue. That's when you need to lean in, not back away. Take a deep breath, remind yourself why you started, and push forward. Start small. Maybe it's holding that plank for 5 more seconds, or reading 1 more page when you're tired. Each time you do, celebrate it. Really feel that sense of accomplishment. Because here's the thing. Those small victories add up. They're the stepping stones to bigger challenges and bigger victories. Remember, growth isn't about being perfect. It's about being better than you were yesterday. It's about embracing the struggle, knowing that on the other side of that discomfort is a stronger, more capable you. How growth mindset differ from a fixed mindset? Your beliefs about ability shape your approach to challenges. A growth mindset sees abilities as developable through effort, while a fixed mindset views them as static traits. People with growth mindsets embrace challenges as learning opportunities. They view failures as temporary setbacks rather than permanent limitations. A growth mindset seeks challenges, learns from criticism, persists through obstacles and values effort as a path to mastery. Fixed mindset individuals often avoid challenges to protect their self-image. You can shift your mindset by focusing on the process of improvement rather than natural talent. Your response to setbacks reveals your current mindset. Choosing to analyze failures and adjust your approach strengthens a growth-oriented perspective. Now let me ask you something. Are you ready to embrace your hero's journey? Because that's exactly what you're on right now. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of doubt, it's all part of your story. And here's the truth. The best version of yourself is waiting on the other side of that mindset shift. Think about this. People who exercise regularly report a 30% increase in life satisfaction. Why? Because they've learned to love the process of growth. They've turned their burdens into opportunities. So here's your challenge. Take one thing in your life that feels like a burden. Maybe it's that early morning alarm or that difficult project at work. Now reframe it. See it as a chance to grow, to become stronger, to level up. Remember, you're the hero of your own story. Every challenge is just another chance to prove it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you're still with me, please leave a comment on what you learned or what you would like to add. I would appreciate it. As always, wishing you a beautiful day.